How's it going, everyone? It is Dark Ops here, bringing you another video on Expedition 33. Now, before we continue, I do want to apologize for my last Expedition video. I did reveal major spoilers in the actual footage, so this time around, just as a heads up, if anything is talked about and you haven't finished the game, go do so right now. I've already mentioned it several times that it is the game of the year for me, so if you have not played it yet, do yourself a favor and go pick it up. It is a great game. So with that all out of the way, let's talk about the future of Expedition 33. Because as I did also post on my community page, the game just hit 5 million copies sold. And that's just, I can't even, I already talked about how it hit 4.4 million and that it hit 5 million. It's absolutely insane that a game like this is doing so successful. But the more important thing to come out of those reports is that they have confirmed that there is a new content update coming for Expedition 33. So, a post from Sandfall has confirmed that the next major update, so the next real content-packed update that we will be getting for Expedition 33 is going to be essentially a free expansion. So they revealed another picture on Twitter as well that kind of shows a new painting, a new location we could be playing in, as they have confirmed we will be playing with a new location added to the game, new late game bosses, and new costumes. So as I suspected, the new bosses or enemies we're going to be fighting are likely going to be more late game oriented, which is to be expected given certain builds. But that said, I am very excited to see what this has to offer, because if you look at the picture here, it looks pretty interesting. I don't know what it's exactly trying to convey, especially with how the game turns out towards the end. It's definitely going to be interesting how they're going to incorporate this new content while also maintaining the story, if it takes place after or if it takes place during, maybe a side story that happened during certain pieces of the game. We don't know for sure, but it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. I just think it's very good news, because not only am I a huge favorite of the game, but I'm also just very excited to see how they're going to add in more new content for us for free. It's already a $50 game, so that's very affordable and cheaper than most other games at this kind of level of detail are. Considering how cheap it is, it's going to be free as well. That's very exciting news, and very happy to hear that. It seems like they're taking a lot of our concerns to heart and are just great at loving their consumers, treating their consumers well. And it's clearly going well with numbers and positive reviews. So overall, everything just seems to be doing really well here. And I'm very excited to see what else they have to bring. Now, unfortunately, we don't have much more than that. This post was a couple of days ago, so we don't have a whole lot to go on. Maybe we'll see something at the Game Awards if it takes that long, or we could see something come soon. It does say it's going to be a new update, or a few updates, so it could be more than one. And if it is, that means we could be getting a lot of post-launch content completely for free. That is absolute obscure, okay? That is absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that's even a possibility, considering they also announced that a sequel is coming. A new game in the franchise could be coming as well, and a live-action movie. So we are essentially feasting because they're announcing all of this at once, and I'm very excited. So these are just a lot of great updates coming with Expedition 33. Going further into the details, we do see that we're going to get a essentially new environment, so a new location essentially that we're going to be playing in. Whether this is actually a new location outside of Lumiere and the canvas or not is entirely, we don't know. I would suspect that it's probably just going to be a new region. If you look at the map, you can see that there are areas of the map that you can't go to, so I would imagine that those might open up. It could be earlier in the game, or it could be later in the game. We don't know 100% for sure, but it just does say that all the characters we know and love from Expedition 33 will be going to this new location, and there will be new enemy types and new enemy encounters. So very good news across the board for more content, on top of the content that's already in the base game. So you're adding that on, and it's just going to add so much more replay value. Now, something else I did want to bring up was the new costumes that are going to be added. They describe it as new costumes for each member, so even more customization for the members of Expedition 33. I do wonder what this is going to be, because as you know, there's a ton of costumes already, a decent variety, so I wonder what else they're going to also be adding, if it's going to go for all characters. There are certain costumes that only go for certain characters, of course, so I wonder how they're going to work that out, and how much we could be getting with this new region and with these new enemy types, because they also describe some of them as the challenging late game bosses, so something level 90 or above, I would imagine, or maybe level 50 or higher, depending on what you consider late game. So we could be seeing a lot more of those, which is very exciting. I definitely want to see more variety, and I want to see more endgame challenging bosses beyond just New Game Plus, which of course is already in the game. Again, more replay value, so absolutely great. That's a lot of what's been talked about. We don't have an update, unfortunately, regarding much of this. They did post this just a few days ago, as I said, so we are waiting for more. Whether or not we're going to get this month, next month, maybe we'll see more at the Game Awards, considering the Game Awards are going to be, I believe, on the 11th of December. So we're going to be seeing that pretty early on in December. Maybe they'll announce it there. Maybe we'll get a trailer sometime by that month. I would love to see it. But again, this is just considered an update, not a expansion. It's basically a free expansion if you think about it, which, I'm not complaining at all. I don't think anybody's complaining about a free expansion. So I think that's just going to be great overall. And it's just probably just going to go down well as having free extra content added to the game. So that's pretty much everything that's going to be coming with this update. Now, I do also want to take notice of the last part of the message. So if you scroll through at the bottom, it does say that more is coming and that they will be showing more of what they are working on in the future. So does this mean new game reveal? Does this mean even more expansions? Does this mean more characters? We don't know, but it does confirm that they are moving forward with more projects, which is absolutely great. I'm very happy about their team. I'm very happy that it's turning out this successful because, of course, as many of you know, I love this game. But not just that, it just symbolizes so much good for the industry. When a debut title can do this well with such good press and having such a good managing team over there, this is just great news against all the nonsense over at Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. This is an absolute great success, and I highly encourage everyone to give this game a chance. Currently, I believe it should be on sale as well, so you can pick it up a little bit lower if you want to try it out for yourself. Absolutely recommend it, and the new update will be coming out sometime, maybe this year, maybe next year. We don't know absolutely for certain. I would imagine, however, if they're confident in making this announcement, we should be seeing the update come out relatively soon. So if it comes out soon, or if it comes out later, I will be announcing it on my community page and on my Twitter. So if you want to go follow on there, you can check out when the update comes out as well. Or if we get a reveal date or trailer for the new content that's coming to Expedition 33. But that's all I have to say regarding this update, because again, there's not much else to really talk about. We do also have this image here, which is hard to analyze, so if someone else knows the actual lore and wants to go in depth with it, they can. I can't see much coming out of the image at the moment, so if there is other things in the picture that I haven't seen, please let me know in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe. I could always use a new addition to the Dark Ops army. And please be sure to check out this game as well if you haven't already. I highly, highly, highly recommend it, as I've already said several times by now. So please check out Expedition 33. Not sponsored. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Dark Ops, and I'll see you guys next time.